Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be doing a reading on your readiness to find new love. So we'll be starting with your energies. This will be an intuitive reading, so feel free to follow along. I'm going to start by asking for your energies, what you want in love. We have the Ten of Cups, what you've learned from your last love. Nine of Pentacles, what's holding you back. Your heart's readiness for love. Your mind's readiness for love. And your spirit's readiness for love. So we start with what you want in love. The Ten of Cups is a happy family, it's the happily ever after, it's the white picket fence, it's getting everything you wanted really, it's an all-round, it's a long-term relationship, it's loving, it's happiness. Then we have what you learned in your last love. The Nine of Pentacles is a sign of hard work, it's a sign of stability, it's an earth representation. It's someone who works hard and knows the value of hard work for their money and they're living comfortably on it. I feel like you've learned a lot of stability. I think from your last relationship you've learned that maybe relationships require a lot more work. What's holding you back? The Devil in reverse, I'm going to aspect it, but generally it means a release of control, a release of feeling shackled, of being trapped. Now with those aspects, I'm feeling like you have a fear of stepping out into a new relationship and it all going wrong again, quite catastrophically wrong. I feel like in a sense you're being held back by it's almost like a limitless feeling you have for these new relationships, but you're also worried that if you invest again into another one that it's going to go wrong. I'm going to aspect the Tower. I feel like there's a part of you that doesn't want to change. I feel like you're very afraid of being hurt and of things going wrong again. And I feel like with that Hanged Panda in reverse is you're kind of digging your heels in a little bit. You're expecting the worst to happen and you're very afraid to get into a new relationship. It feels like both that with the Six of Wands that you want to get out there and you're ready to be seen, but also that you have these reservations of I really want to find this happily ever after, and almost like, I don't want to say the first person that you meet in that regard, but sort of like that's who you want to find. You straight away want to find that person, and that's fine. And I feel like it's giving you a lot of concern. I feel like with the Strength in reverse here, it's a bit of a lack of courage. I feel like maybe you're afraid of telling someone that that's what you want. Then we had a look at your heart readiness. There's a sense of feeling trapped here. Maybe it could be that you're a little bit hung up on a past relationship, or again it could be that you're hung up on that fear of things going wrong, of not getting your own way. I definitely feel with the Swords here, these are communication, these are signs of intellect, these are air signs. I definitely feel like there's a sense of you need to communicate with yourself more about this. All three of them are in Swords, and that potentially indicates that it's congruent, but I feel you need to ready yourself a bit more in terms of inner healing. You perhaps here with your heart, you need to be willing to open up more and not close your heart off as much. When you have your mind here, you're afraid of being betrayed. The Seven of Swords is a betrayal card. It's people taking things from you or doing things behind your back, perhaps cheating or treating you poorly. And the Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who can be sort of, that's your spirit. They act from their heart, not their head. Someone who perhaps would do something excessive in order to sate their own feelings. Like for some people this is being barb-tongued. For some people this is just making poor decisions based on how they feel without thinking things through. I feel like you're closing your heart off to this opportunity because you're afraid of being betrayed. I definitely feel there's a sense that you've been betrayed before. Maybe not as in full-blown cheating for some of you, but I feel like you've had quite some nasty betrayals and you're really ready to step out and look for that person. I'm going to aspect them, find out what part of you most needs healing in this regard. How can we heal you a little bit? Is there anything that the universe wants you to know, wants you to heal with today. There we go. So we have restructure here. This is water and this is air. This is about emotion and communication. This is combining the two. We have identifying, reframing and enhancing. This is picking out, this is learning to pick out the parts of yourself that you are most afraid of or that are most in need of care, and looking at them and trying to reframe the way you see them and the way you handle them. So for example, you might be saying, I can't get into a relationship again because I'm going to be betrayed and cheated on or lied to. But this is asking you to reframe your mind, saying, I can get into another relationship again because I am worthy of a relationship. And if someone treats me poorly, that is not a reflection of me, that's of them. This is about healing that aspect of yourself that's almost afraid and it's almost hung up on a bit of a negative aspect. Get any more messages here? There we go. So we have the shadow mirror there we have fire and water. Deep healing, understanding and seer. This is actually looking very deep within yourself and coming to an understanding about your past experiences, your past hurt, what you need from now on in a relationship. This is about looking to the darker parts of yourself, the parts of you that perhaps haven't forgiven someone. And one more. We have personal power, healing, entanglements and throat opening. This is about you learning your own personal truths and learning to speak them. This is you connecting your mind and voice in a way you perhaps haven't before. This is you learning to identify your dreams, what serves you best, learning your personal strengths and using them to your best advantage. This is all about communication here. This is an air sign. This is an air card. This is about speaking. This is about looking to your absolute deepest and personal truths. It's about your complete and utter knowing and speaking them. Tell people what you want in terms of this relationship. Tell people what you're looking for, and don't be afraid to say, if someone's like, I'm not sure of that, don't be afraid to step away from that and saying, sorry, I'm looking for something more. So I hope this reading has been beneficial to you today, and I hope to see you in the next video.